Okay, guys. I guess today I thought I'd show you guys a technology that can be used in the classroom, and that specifically is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a like LMS, it's a learning management system that you can use for your classroom. And basically what it does is it allows you to really have a nice digital like presence, I guess, and it kind of streamlines grading and document collection and assignment handing out and that kind of fun stuff. So here I have my basic, I guess, Google Classroom dashboard. You do need to have a G Suites for Education account. You can't use just any email to log in and use Google Classroom. However, it is free for your school district. So if you are interested in using Google Classroom, you'll just need to talk to your school district and get them to sign up for one, and you can get one. My school district, we have like a single sign-on for everything, so we can use Google Classroom. But it is free to access and get. You just have to set some stuff up. Anyways, Google Classroom is pretty awesome. It has a good web shell, and it also has a great app version that works on iOS and Android and Windows. I don't think there's anything it doesn't work on. Google's been really good at doing that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's look at it a little bit. So here are all my different classrooms. I have several different ones. I have my ones that I am actually teaching. So I teach art, so these are all my current classes. And then I have some classes that I'm in. And then I have a demo class here that I'm going to show you guys how it works. Now, in this demo class, it is set up so that I'm the student, so we can see it from student view. However, in these other ones, so my master class over here, this is where I'm a teacher. It's kind of where I test things out before putting it into any of these other ones. So I'll show you guys that. So we'll just look at it real quick from the teacher point of view. So when you click on that, it takes you to the classroom page. And this is the class page, and if I were to click on students, it would show a list of students here. I have currently my wife set up as my guinea pig. And you can go to these three major tabs. So the students tab shows you just whatever students are in the class. The stream tab would be all the assignments in the class, and the about is kind of more of a permanent page where you can attach things to use in the classroom. So we'll start with the stream here tab. The stream tab is basically it's kind of like a Facebook feed or your Twitter feed or anything like that. It's just a feed from newest on top to oldest on the bottom of all the things that you've done in the class. So this is where you put your assignments, announcements, any kind of thing that you want to put in the class. So to show an example here, I have one set up here. If you click on it, it opens it up in the teacher mode. If we had students filling it out, it would show them if they had done anything. When you click on it, it would show it right here. But you can see all the students' work, so you can see who's done and who's not done, whether or not they've submitted anything, and I can even grade them in here. Also, in Google Classroom, I can change the grade total for each one. So let's go ahead and let's walk through making a new assignment. So if I go back to the stream, there's the plus sign over here, and it gives you all these different options for things that you can create. 9 times out of 10, you're going to create an assignment. Questions and announcements and stuff are just basically simplified versions of the assignment entry form. So I would just use the assignments. But anyway, so you can click on the assignment, and it brings up this dialog box. So you can choose what class to put it in. Since I'm doing it in my master one here, this is just where I can kind of do things without pushing it out to the students. And you can choose specific students to send it out to, or just all of your students. I currently only have one person in this class, that's why it only shows one. You would give it a title, so test, title, something like that. And then you can put instructions. So we would, type in a whole bunch of stuff or something like that. I don't know, type in some things. You can only do text in here. We actually can't upload pictures yet. They're still working on that, but I would like one day to have upload pictures, but you can add files to upload pictures. So while I can't place them directly embedded in the text, I can attach all sorts of different files, videos, links, that kind of stuff, and I could even make the whole thing in, say, a Word document or a PDF, and then attach it as a PDF, and they can view it if viewing the pictures in line with text was important. So I can put all that in. I can give it a due date, so we'll just say it's due tomorrow. And I can give it a topic. The nice thing about the topics is is it would show up over here in the topics, so they don't have to scroll through the entire feed. Say that you did a reoccurring thing like history quiz or some reoccurring topic. You could just give it one singular topic, and then they can click on the topics feed, and it would narrow their search results down to just those that are labeled in that topic. So that's kind of nice. I can attach a file. So if you click that, it'll let you upload computer files from your computer or from your drive or anything like that. You can also do it from Google Drive. You can attach a YouTube video, and you can attach a link. The cool thing about Google Classroom is each classroom creates its own Google Drive. And so whenever you upload something into the Google Classroom, it's uploaded into the, so for this example, the Masterclass Intro Google Drive. And your students have access to that, and you have access to that, and it's shared among everyone within the class. So that's actually really important when we go into looking at the student view, which we'll talk about in just a second. The About tab over here, this is where I would put in things like my syllabus, where the room is, a description of the class, all that kind of fun stuff. You can add multiple materials and that fun stuff. And the cool thing about the Students tab is, say you have a student on an IEP or something along that lines, and you need to attach their, whoever's working with them or something along that, you can actually have that student, you can invite a guardian for that student so that they get all the information too that that student gets. And they have full access to see what the student is doing, what they haven't done, and they get regular emails about what they need to do and all that fun stuff. Really cool. That's kind of the gist of the teacher view. Adding students to the class is really easy. You can email them if you know all of their emails, or you could just have everyone log in with this class code. So it's pretty simple whether or not, or however you want to add people into the class. I usually just use the class code. Beginning of the day or the beginning of the year, I'll just post this on the board and say everyone needs to join Google Classroom, and they usually download the app and that fun stuff. So real quick, we'll look at the student view. So if I go over to my classes and then I click my demo, so this is one where I'm actually a student in. Unfortunately, Google Classroom does not have a student view like automatically built in, which is kind of sad, but hopefully they're really good at updating and changing things. So hopefully they add in that update soon. But in the student view, you notice it looks very similar. It's almost identical. You can even create posts. As a teacher, you actually do have control over what is seen and not seen. But you can create posts, and then you see the assignment here. And you can even look at your classmates. So if you need to talk to specific classmates, and then you notice that the About page is a little bit different. You can't add anything, but it's basically the same thing. It does give you the email for your teacher though. So if we go back to the stream, if I click on the assignment, it brings me into the assignment page. These are some images that I had uploaded before. I was showing students that they can upload an image and it will stay. So the cool thing about this is if they upload a picture, it'll stay even if they haven't turned in. It's already loaded onto the Google Drive, and Classroom remembers this. All of this is stored on the Classroom Google Drive page, so that's pretty awesome. You can talk to the entire class, so you can create discussion feeds, or you can do private comments that's just visible by the teacher, so you can ask specific questions to the teacher. And you can add different file formats, so if you have Google Drive linked in or all that fun stuff. And you can even create using the Google Docs and Google suite of programs, which is really nice. So if I were to click on Google Docs, it'll take 2 seconds and it'll create a shared Google Doc that is for this assignment only, that's on the Google Drive, that's automatically shared with the teacher. So I can do that, and if I click on that, it just takes me straight to the Google Doc that I just created, and I can type in stuff, I can add pictures, I can do whatever I need to do for the assignment here, and then when the teacher view looks at it, they can add comments and stuff just like in Google Docs, so it's really cool that way. Really streamlines the whole process, and then you just have to make sure to click Turn In when you're done. And then on the teacher side, they see it as done, and then they can grade it and return it. So that's kind of a quick, rough overview of Google Classroom. If you're interested in it, I would definitely do a little bit of research in it. It's really cool. It's really streamlined. The interface is user-friendly, and most of the students can pick it up really quickly without any issues. So I use it in my art classroom just so I don't have to have any papers or anything like that. I'm basically paperless, and this is how I go about doing that. So